Today I'm going to be doing a little post-mortem breakdown video of my systems design module for level 5 computer games design at the University of Staffordshire. As you can see, the project here, I've got the files just to show that we're running the executable build version of the project. Right, let's jump into it. Right, as we can see, everything's loaded up fine here. We've got the main menu with some controls. I've got a little disclaimer here just saying that I designed the game mainly with controller support in mind, although it does use mouse for the menus. We've got some buttons here. Right, and as you can see, we've dropped into the world map here, so similar to games like Super Mario, we've got an overworld which holds the individual levels that we can play through. So we can see here we've got just an intro level. You can see it's got the red border, which means it's an incomplete level. Same with the cross in the top right of that UI there. Before we jump into it, why don't we have a look at the top right of the whole screen. We've got the amount of coins, crystals, the amount of lives we have, and that star there is just the amount of levels we've completed. So as we go through the game, we'll see those update with each level complete. So let's jump into the first level here and take a look. Right, so as you can see, we've dropped into the first level here, and right off the bat you can see we've got 4 playable characters. So we've got the Knight, who can use a shield to block, and you can see it drains stamina there. We've got a stamina system in play. If we leave that for a second, you'll see it start to recharge just like that. It's also got a shield bash. And you can see all these controls in the top left of the screen just to help anyone who's doing play testing just understand the basic controls. So you've got obviously attack, do a little jump, there's a dash, Y to interact if you've got something to interact with. You can see we've got some coins to collect here as well, just a basic interactable that all inherit from a parent pickup class. And you'll see we've got a bunch of different pickups from different types of coins, crystals, keys, all sorts, as we'll see through this. So if we quickly switch, we can see we've also got different characters like that, and we can switch between them, as I'll show you in a second. So this is just a tutorial level to get you used to the controls and the character switching mechanics. We've also got some like breakable crates and stuff here using Unreal Engine's fractal system. And as you can see, we've already collected a bunch of coins and a bunch of crystals from those crates and along the floor there, as you can see in the bottom right of the screen. We've also got our objective system at the top middle of the screen. So it just gives you an overview of what you should be doing in the level and updates when you complete each objective, and that's handled through an objective manager that communicates with an objective component that's inside a bunch of the different actors in the level, such as the switches. So you can see here our objective updated when we activated that switch, and then it says now use the mage to activate this magical switch here by pressing Y. So if we do that, you can see it's activated that through the component, told the objective manager, and the objective manager is then flagged complete and moved on to the next objective, and all that data is stored in an array of structs with each objective, and each objective bit of data in each struct. And there you go, and you can see the rogue here can shoot arrows to hit that switch to unlock this door, and it also unlocked all these other doors. Another feature I've got in here is AI companion stuff, so we can actually tell the companions to follow or stop if we want them to stop. We want them to follow for now. This is by no means a perfect AI, it's basic, it basically just follows, and it does like to get stuck on a lot of things. As you can see there, the mage did not want to follow us up the stairs. That's fine, because we can just take control and bring them up here like so. AI is something I implemented quite late into this project. Given more time, I'd like to explore it further and really flesh out my knowledge of AI systems a bit. For the companion AI, I used state trees, the new AI state trees, and as we'll see a bit later on, I also used behaviour trees for some of the enemies. Let's collect some more coins here, so that when we head back to the world map we'll be able to see. So here we go, final objective, breach the flag, and as you can see it's taken us back to the world map, our level's now complete. So it's passed all that data through from the game instance, and then it pulls that data back through when we load into the world map again. So it's continuously updating that data in the game instance and pulling it whenever we need to view that data in various actors. Yeah. So as we can see, we've unlocked another level. So in the world map we actually have a level manager which checks which levels are available. So it'll check if this one's complete, reveal this one, and then if this one's complete you can reveal the next one, and so on and so forth. And that data is also stored in the game instance and updated. When each level's complete, it'll send that data across to the instance saying that level's complete, and then when you pull it from the world map it checks if that's complete and reveals the next one. And as you can see, the UI at the top of the screen is also updated, showing we've completed one level, we've got a bunch of coins, crystals, and we've still got all of our lives. Let's jump into the second level. You can see, so this level here is a showcase of my puzzle manager that I created. The puzzle manager works alongside the objective manager, and it basically allows you to create these smaller puzzles that can do a range of different things. So as you can see, all it says here for the objective is solve the puzzle to open the door. So we need to use whatever's in this room to unlock that door. We assume we need to get something out of this chest, but we can't unlock it just yet. We do have, you can see the knight here stood on this, and that activated a torch, so we can assume maybe if we activate all these torches the door might open, or this chest might open. So if we interact with each of these, and this is by no means a level design module, these are very basic just to show off the managers and systems at play here. So if we activate all of these, you can see now the chest is opened. Again, this is all handled through the puzzle manager, and the objective manager is simply checking when that door is open. The puzzle manager handled all of those switches and how they interacted. With each one that interacts, it checks for update to see if all of the linked puzzle elements have been completed, and if so, it'll activate the end condition of the puzzle, which in this case was unlocking that chest to give us the key we need to then complete the main objective. As you can see, the main objective's now updated that we've got the door. We can try and get these guys through if they'll follow us through the door. There we go. So here we can activate him, move him there. And this is another objective that is utilising the puzzle manager. So you can see here I've got 3 people on the switch here, and if, say, the knight here was to try and walk through that, he can't do it because the puzzle isn't complete yet. These 3 activated the end condition of the puzzle, but it's not permanently finished until someone stands on this one, and you can see the torch is now lit above the door to show that they can now walk through and the puzzle is completely finished. And that's just handled through removing that actor from the puzzle array when this switch is activated, which is like a master control switch which completes all puzzle objectives within that set puzzle. And yeah, carrying on. So there we go, it's another level complete. You can see it's complete there. In the top right we've got 2 levels complete now. We've added up all our currencies, and we've got another level here. And as you can also see, these levels, they go static when they're complete. Just a little design thing. It just the ones that rotate, it just draws your eyes to it, showing you that that's the next level you need to enter. There we go. Let's jump in here. Now this level involves some combat, so we can discuss a bit about the different abilities that the characters have and stuff like that. So let's go over here. We can look at the AI as well. So the AI does actually fight. So this is the enemy AI that uses behaviour trees, and there we go. see it's very choppy, but it is functioning. And the AI is actually not doing too bad of a job fighting the enemies here. I did want to showcase allies getting a bit more damaged. Hopefully we'll see that in a second. Yeah, the rogues looking like they're taking quite a bit of damage here. That's good. There we go. So if I just stop the teammates moving here, you can see. So all these characters, they share a same skeleton. Which means they can share all their animations, and they all derive from the same animation blueprint as well. So a lot of their functionality is modular and is just copied across from the parent to the children. And that's the same for not just the animations, but the functionality as well. There's a base player character blueprint, and then all of these individual characters are children of that, so they share a lot of the same functionality. And then things are changed as they need to, such as like the amount of health, how they attack. So the mage here uses these projectiles as their primary attack, but the barbarian here uses their big axe, and also their secondary attacks and defense like that. So the barbarian has a big swing, as we saw earlier, that can break through doors. This one can also damage teammates. So as you can see, I've taken the knight out there, but that's okay because the special defense ability of the mage will bring them back. And as you can see, the animation blueprint updates to show when they're damaged and when they're being healed. So if we collect the key here, you can also see this is just a basic inventory system. It's nothing special. It just attaches the inventory pickup item to a spring arm, which follows the character around as part of an array inside each individual character, and then it feeds that information through to the UI. As you can see at the bottom of the screen, the knight character has a little key icon next to him. Collect some more coins. You can see the objective updated when we killed those enemies as well, and then it said to pick up the key to unlock the door, and then the objective's updated again. All the interactables in this, such as the switches, they're all run through interfaces and event dispatchers. So the interact here, that just calls an interface on the interact action of the player, and then if it can correctly interact, it will do. It feeds that through. So if the actor that you're interacting with has the right interface, in this case just the interact interface, then it will activate. Let's get the characters to follow along here. We've got some more enemies here. It's all just basic stuff. The enemies use the behaviour trees to detect enemies, and if they detect, enemies in their case, detect the player characters, and if they detect them, they'll move towards them and do some basic attacks. And there's two different enemy types. There's the ranged and the melee ones. And that is basically it. If we go to the end here, we've got our ending, which just takes us to a stats page, shows us how many coins we've earned throughout our playthrough, crystals, how many lives we had left, and it also gives us these options here, so we can return to the main menu if we like, takes us back to the world map, and you can see it's still stored all of our data, and since there's no win condition or level complete condition here for the ending, it'll stay like that for now. Yeah, and this other one here is just the test map if I wanted to have a little mess about in there, which I won't do for this video. But as you can see, it's updated all of the UI, the data's been saved, possession mechanics and updates through event dispatchers and AI to handle the gameplay, while a lot of back-end stuff using the game modes and managers to handle stuff like the UI and the persistent data. And there we go. So thanks for listening. I hope it was an informative video, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya.